Good morning. Welcome back to another video. I'm Brian.
I'm Patty. Hey.
This is Mile Marker Next, and this week we're going to do something a little bit different. As a lot of you are familiar with the TV show Bar Rescue, those of you overseas may not be familiar with it. Basically, it's a show where a guy by the name of John Taffer goes into failing bars around the country, brings his little edge and theories and systems and puts them in place, does renovations, and tries to rescue these bars from going out of business. Well, what we decided we would do this week is head around the Bay Area here. As far as I can tell, there's been 6 different bar rescue episodes filmed here in the Tampa Bay area. 3 of them aired back in 2016, and 3 of them look like they've aired this year, 2019. We're not going to worry about the 2019 ones since those are all fresh and new. We are going to bounce around to the other 3 and see if the bar rescue has worked. If it's taken a strong hold, and if all the systems that Taffer's put in place has worked, if the owners have followed the program that he's laid out, and we'll see if these places are still open. So anyway, it's a beautiful day. And I think it's time to hit the road.
Let's go.
All right. Behind us we have Cayman Cove. This was Dale 1891 before they did the makeover, and Taffer turned it into Cayman Cove. It's kind of cool. And just a
really neat place.
Disclosure, Patty and I were both in this episode. We were at the stress test, which was the first night, and then 2 or 3 nights later when they did the relaunch, we were there also. And it was definitely an interesting experience. It's, you know, a lot of people tell you it's fake, but I don't know, it's maybe 50-50. I mean, there's some staging that goes on, but you know, a lot of the reactions of the owners and the bartenders, and that's all pretty legit. So, you know, we didn't feel duped by it, but they definitely had some things set up that were for TV, like all the lights in the place were on. I mean, you never go into a bar where every light in the place is on, but you know, and the menu was tailored down to just what they had worked on. I remember I couldn't even get a beer. I had to order one of the drinks that they had practiced on.
Right.
I think is,
and they had signature drinks.
Yeah.
The things that Taffer decided they were going to serve, and although they were good, it was time consuming for them to make. So a lot of people were waiting.
Well, I think that was by design also. They were trying to get them to stress out, to
that's part of the show,
to show how much better it is 3 days later. So anyway, let's go see if you know, we had heard that this place had just recently shut down, but we have not been over here. But it does look like that is the fact, that they have just shut down in the last couple of weeks. So they made it, you know, about 3 years after the about 3.5 years. I think they actually did filmed the episode in December of 15, even though it didn't air until 16. Right. So they made about 3.5 years on the relaunch and everything before they had to, for whatever reasons, you know, shut it on down. But you know, it's sad to see all that work they put in, and now it's just sitting here. But let's go take a look.
Yeah.
Nope.
I see lots of handprints on the door. People trying to look in to see what's there.
A lot of people have been trying to look in.
Well, darn.
So anyhow, yeah, they definitely have shut down, and just this tiki was actually here before they did the relaunch. This was put in by the previous bar, which was a very well-known Irish pub here in Tampa, who has relocated up the road and is doing really well. But anyhow, so it's sad to see it gone, and I know the owners, tried real hard to keep it going, but ultimately I think family became more important to them. So anyhow, wish them the best of luck. We are going to jump on the bike and head on to the next one. Now the next two, I'll just go and tell you, this was Cayman Cove, formerly Dale 1891. The next one we're going to go to is the Bridge in Tarpon Springs. That one, I think he kept the name. And then we're going to follow that up with Frankie T's in Clearwater, which was the Freaky Tiki before that, and see how their fate has left them. So anyhow,
check 'em out.
And that's quite a distance to hit all three of those, so it should be a beautiful ride.
Absolutely.
All right, away we go. So we made it to Tarpon Springs. This area is really known for its Greek influence. The sponge docks are a big tourist attraction, which are actually down that road right across the street. We'll run down there in a little while, but this is the Bridge. This was one of the bar rescue bars back in 2015, 2016, and they didn't change the name on this. All they did was add a locals bar to the tagline, which makes complete sense because that's what this place is. This isn't a tourist attraction. This isn't where people coming into town will run down here. This is where the locals come to hang out, get a good price beverage. I was looking online and people were whining and complaining because they had the smell of cigarettes inside. Well, it is a smoking bar, and that's part of being a locals bar. You know, the old timers and the locals, they want a place they can go and relax. I'm not a smoker, you guys know that, except for an occasional cigar, which is why I like coming here when I'm in this area, so I can go in and have a cigar. Anyhow, let's pop inside and take a look and see if we can talk to them about how the bar rescue thing has worked out for them.
Let's go.
Sound good? Thirsty?
Yeah.
Okay, thirsty. So we give you guys a little bit of a look inside the Bridge, a locals bar. I don't know if you can see it or not. There we go. We'll tilt it way back. Anyway, so we actually hung out here for a little while. We met some really nice local people and had some great, actually added a couple subscribers to the channel, which is cool.
Yeah.
The last place on our list is what was called the Freaky Tiki in Clearwater. We happen to know that that place closed down very shortly after the airing of the episode. Well, I say shortly, I mean a few months. It went from Freaky Tiki to being Frankie T's, And then apparently they weren't real happy with the whole sports bar concept and turned it into Frankie T's dive bar. So we will try and get by there and show you guys that. But we hung out here a little longer than we probably should have. So we're going to get some food. But anyhow, so that'll be the three places here in the Tampa Bay area from 2016. Bar Rescue, and this is the only one right here, the local bar, the Bridge, and this is the only one still open, and they're hopping.
Yeah, it was a great crowd that came in. They're doing good things there.
Anyhow, so after this, like I said, there were 3 other ones done this year that we will hit probably next year. Give them some time to settle into their new concept that John Taffer has given them, and we'll see how they do.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are, off to some food, and then Freaky Tiki or Frankie T's dive bar. All right, well, much like Cayman Cove, looks like Frankie T's has suffered the same fate.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can take a peek inside, see if they kept the renovations that Bar Rescue did. You can't see inside. They got the windows pretty much tinted up. So anyway, I guess you got to look up the old episode for Freaky Tiki, which became Frankie T's, and see exactly what they did inside. From what I remember watching the episode, they did kind of a really cool sports theme where it was all real interactive and stuff, but apparently here in the Clearwater, Palm Harbor area, it just did not work out real well. Which is a shame. I mean, you don't know how Bar Rescue goes about picking the themes for the places that they decide to redo. Some, it's all about demographics. They look at demographics of the area and stuff like that. But a lot of times what they don't, and they can't just put their finger on, is the history of the area. And unfortunately, that, in my opinion, is what drives most of the success of these places, or the failures. Anyway, so that's it. We're done. Three Bar Rescue bars, one still operating, seems to be doing pretty good. Like I said, we hung out there for a while and had a really good time. That is the Bridge, a locals bar in Tarpon Springs, Florida. So if you're in the area, swing on through. They love to meet new people. Yeah. They really love to meet new people. Yeah. So anyhow, we are out of here, I think.
We're done.
We're done. All right. So if it's your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below and the little bell icon. That'll get you notified when we post some new stuff.
Absolutely.
And hit that thumbs up if you like it. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Sounds
all right.
Good. Okay.
We're all done?
I think we're all done.
All right. So until next time, don't waste one single minute.
Bye.